Hi, welcome to Craig's Bold Prediction and Movie Review for the weekend of December 25th through 27th. My name is Craig and I am your host. Hey, what this show is about, I love movies, I love numbers, and I love predicting what I think the movies will make each and every weekend. A couple of the movies from this past weekend that I had given estimates for. The first one is Daddy's Home. I had predicted 25 million. Most experts had said 18 to 20 million. This movie actually made 38.7 million. So it is off to a very solid start. Word of mouth, not the greatest. Reviews, still very bad. But this movie may have a little bit of legs and may have a chance to even reach 100 million. So kind of excited to see what this movie will end up doing. So it's off to a good start though. Next movie is Joy. I had estimated this movie at 11 million. Jennifer Lawrence pulled off the Miracle Mop, and they came in at 17 million for this past weekend. So it's off to a decent start. Although it won't have much leg after this. May see a little bit more out of it if her name gets thrown in their Oscar contention. Name gets on a ballot or two for that as well. So we'll see what ends up happening with this movie. The third movie I had given a prediction for was Point Break. I had estimated it at 9 million. And my numbers were right on there at 9.8 million. It just had a lousy start. Reviews are actually decent for it, but it's not going to go anywhere after this. So it does have a little bit of leg overseas. Last number I checked, it was at 50 million overall. So it may end up making all of its money back for production and so forth, and the cost and all that great stuff. So, but like I said last week, this movie just shouldn't have been made. So you know, it may reach 25 million total here. We'll see what happens though. The last movie I've given a number for the new movies was Concussion. I had estimated it at 8 million, and it came in just a little over 10 at 10.5 million. So, like I said, I think this movie probably do a little bit better if it wasn't this time of year. I don't know if they're with the playoffs and stuff. They thought, hey, people be interested in it, but I really don't think it's the best time for this movie. But you know, if Will Smith does get an Oscar nod for this, people may become more interested in it later on. But right now, I just don't see this movie having much steam. So the two holdovers was Chipmunks, Alvin and Chipmunks, and I had predicted 13 million, and it came in right at 13.1 million. So I was right on the bullseye with this movie. And then last was Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Still hard to predict this movie because it is just doing astronomical numbers overall, and the experts were anywhere from 140 to 180. I thought it was going to do a little bit better than that at 182.5 million, and it came in at just under 150 million for the weekend. So I was a little bit surprised by that. The Saturday numbers didn't look as good as I thought it was going to be. It came in at roughly at 56 million for Saturday, and I thought it'd be 65 to 70 million when it did. So a lot of that might be cutbacks on the number of showings that they're doing during the day, although the number of theaters didn't change. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm still excited to see what this movie ends up making overall. So also, it did cross the 1 billion mark globally, and it did it in just 12 days. This is the fastest a movie has ever reached 1 billion. In the history of making movies. So real excited to see that number come down too, and you know, it continues to break record after record. So it's going to be interesting to see what the final haul will be for the international and the U.S. Number when it finally is done at the theater. So a new segment to the show that I'm going to add this week is Beat the Experts. And a couple of websites that I like to check numbers on is Box Office Mojo, Box Office Guru. A couple of ones I didn't know about was ProBoxOffice.com and the Box Office Profits. And what I'm going to do is compare my numbers with theirs, and give you a total of the accuracy rate of what each expert did to let you know how my numbers are doing and the numbers that I give you each and every week. So Box Office Guru is not included this week, only because I was unable to get a couple of the numbers from the website. So I'm going to include them in it next week. But overall, I finished second place this week. I came in with a 79% accuracy rate, so I'm real excited about that. Third place was Box Office Mojo and Box Office Profit. They both tied at 78%. And ProBoxOffice.com won with 82%. So they beat me by 3%. So I'm real excited that I was neck and neck, but also that I'm also right there in with the experts. So I'm real excited about that. I'll give a tally each week how we did on the weekend, and also I'll give a tally of how we're doing up to date on that number. So real excited about that. Did a lot better than what the weatherman's been doing. So we'll see how I do in this in the future in the coming months, and looking forward to giving you that number each and every week. Last part of my show is the bold prediction. I had done Star Wars: The Force Awakens for the U.S., and that number was 915 million. Obviously, it's still running, so I can't give you the final number yet, but it's at 550 million now. I'm real excited about my 915 million prediction still. I really think it's going to come close, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it actually finishes with the U.S. accumulation. So, another number I'm going to throw at you here is the China box office number for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. It premiered last night. It doesn't expand until January 9th. China is the second largest box office for movies in the world. So it's going to overtake the U.S. next year. And a big way that they are continuing to push movies over there is IMAX theaters have been opening up in the hundreds over there. And they're along the coast where a lot of the population is. So it's their preference for seeing movies. So it's kind of exciting to see what's going on over there. I'm continuing to learn more about their market, and that's one reason why I'm kind of throwing this number. Wanted to give a bold prediction for how Star Wars will do over there. My number is 295 million. I think decent number. Like I said, I don't know much about their market right now. I'm still learning. However, though, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to give a number. So China doesn't know a lot about Star Wars. None of the other movies have ever played there before, and they even did a trailer for their advertising that I saw recently where they had 500 stormtroopers in a trailer coming out of the screen and so forth. So I guess it was kind of neat to see. But that was their way, Disney's way of introducing Star Wars to the China market. So looking forward to seeing how my 295 million number will do. So hey, in the comments below, it's not too late to give a prediction for the U.S., what you think it will end up making. Also, give me a number for the China market, how much money you think it will make over there. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe and share as well. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. Take care.